Run. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Talk about synchronicities. That just keeps happening. It just starts. Um, I'll just leave it. Oh, maybe somebody needed a good chuckle. Good day, good light, and great love, illuminators and way showers. It's an honor and divine grace and gratitude and appreciation that you're hanging out with us in this now moment because, of course, everything is here and now. I'm Wendy. This is my husband, Dave. If you're new to the channel, I always say because I'm like, okay, what do we share? We share light languages, channeled messages, oracle readings, sacred symbols, and following the formula to the best of our ability.
Keys of higher consciousness.
And this moment, part of the teachings is being in the here and now, being spontaneous, synchronicity. When we learn that synchronicity is the vibration of the universe, and change is always constant. So when you're following your highest joy and you're moving synchronism, in other words, you get this guidance, or this inspiration to go do something, whatever it is, doesn't matter. And when we're doing that, we're then accelerating the synchronicities, because we're just saying to our universe, our higher selves, I'm open for change. I'm open to following the synchronicities. So Dave and I were doing a video earlier and we put it on the Open Contact TV channel. So if you're new to this channel, we also have a kind of a sister channel, Open Contact TV, which we'll put the link to if you're not familiar with that. And where we more focus on things like extraterrestrials, open contact, more
Bashar and the formula.
But yes, more Bashar, the formula, Sasani, opening up to our ET. And even this channel has always been about that too. And I'm getting ready to celebrate 10 years now on YouTube. So that's really exciting. And really all along, that has also been included in this channel. However, the idea of really about focusing on open contact, and understanding what it would be like to really live on Earth, and going back and forth to other planets, visiting our star families, realizing that we have star families. That's our focus really in that respect on Open Contact TV. So if you've had ET experiences, or maybe you just want to share some things, or maybe you have questions, and right now we're like practically in the middle of disclosure. Here we are, 2024, 2025, basically moving into I think that the overall human collective consciousness, I think, is actually, has absorbed the idea that it's not if, it's just that they're already here. But anyway, that's really what we focus on in Open Contact TV. So if you're interested in that kind of more of focusing on that idea, feel free to join us over there. We do videos over there as well. And we'll probably start doing more open and live things on that channel as well, as we're really moving into this, opening the door wide open for open contact. So one of and the reason I even bring this up right now is because I was literally listening just now to a Bashar clip, and following Dave and I making the video, and I also, on my community page here, I do post the links to those videos that we make on Open Contact TV. If you're not familiar with that, I do post those on my community page here, so you can zoom over there quick. But yeah, I was listening to a Bashar clip just a few minutes ago as I was kind of rearranging the oracle cards here, and I got the instinct to pick up a particular deck, and I'm listening to the clip, and it's about spirit guides. And that moment of synchronicity of me sitting down, listening to that clip, and he said, basically, you all have spirit guides, and they come in many forms. Yes, it can be angels, it can be extraterrestrials, it can be you
family
from
members.
other, and even guides you aren't aware of. Perhaps it's animal spirits. Perhaps, and I'm continuing with that idea that it can be flower spirits. It can be the dragon collective. It can be your extraterrestrial family. It can be, as I'm looking at this deck right now, this Beyond Lemuria. Maybe you've got a connection to Lemuria and you have a guide helping you from that parallel reality. Because remember, it's not the past. Everything is now. And that's been a whole theme today, and that was what the video was about on Open Contact TV as well, is everything is now. So as I'm being in the now, following my highest joint excitement, I thought, and Dave and I are like, okay, I really want to do a reading, I think. And so I'm sitting listening to this, and he's talking about how they come in angels, how they can come in the form of angels. And then I'm thinking, oh yes, and animal guides, and even light beings and orbs, and so the list was exploding in my mind. So I pick up the deck, and it's the Conscious Spirit deck, which is, my box is falling apart here, the Conscious Spirit deck, and I pick it up, and he's talking about spirit guides in the forms of angels. Literally, I turn over the deck, and it's Archangel Gabriel, number 22. And today's date, as I'm recording this, as time as we create time, is December 22nd. So I'm thinking about all these numbers all morning, about all the 2s and the 12, and just that whole idea, and the 2 and the 12 and the 24 and the 22s, and number 22, Archangel Gabriel. I invite Archangel Gabriel to bring hope and intuition into my life. So if that is a message that someone out there needed to hear, there is you're also your confirmation, and that purity of the white lilies, that idea. And I see, of course, when I see 20 or 22, I also see 1111. So yes, our guides come in many, many forms, and perhaps it is here. Perhaps it is a guide from beyond Lemuria. I'm going to let Dave pick this one. This is a very large deck, so I have to split it to shuffle it. I'll just kind of let you. He just can't make
it up.
What? Number 8, 53, number 8, this year 2024 equals 8, transformation. And here we are, all of us right here in the middle, and our earth, and the splitting of the worlds, transformation.
And weren't you just saying that this year 2024 was sort of the year of transformation, and next year is going to be moving more into the year of what?
Who was I reading? Oh, I think it was even Bashar that said it. It was about this year was the year of ascension, and next year's is the year of integration. And Masters of Integration is the name of Andrew's Elon Channeling's next book, so we're very excited about that too. And number 8, truly, I would say for all of us in some very vast ways, this has been a truly transformative year. And I suppose that every year is for all of us in some way, yet I feel collectively, this is a extremely transformative year. And it also equals, of course, the number 8. And also our spirit guides, and I really want to share this one today. Our spirit guides come in the form of animals, as we already know. And this one in particular I wanted to grab because we are here in the northern hemisphere, so was our winter solstice. So this deck and this spirit animal deck always reminds me of the winter spirit, which, you know, feel free to look up because there's a lot of different kinds of information regarding that energy. That is it Seronos? Seronos, I believe, is another name for the winter spirit. And actually Bashar's talked about that as well, and did I think an entire event on the winter spirit, so which was very fascinating. And I want to remind everybody on the inside of this book, the spirits residing in the natural world have much to share, and the secrets of their forgotten language are now available to you. And I believe that that's what's happening to all of us in this transformative year, is remembering the forgotten languages of all of our spirit guides, of all of the animals, remembering the forgotten languages of all that exists, because we are still all connected always to all that is, all the time, and we're listening to the languages of the cosmos, of the universes, of the infiniteness that is all that is. And we're remembering that we know how to speak these languages. So I had just opened the deck and I turned it over and it's funny because this is number 62, and we were just listening to the Bashar event, and I know we talk about Bashar a lot, but it's clearly in my highest joy and excitement right now. And the last event we listened to, there was a questioner to Bashar asking about why the tortoise comes in her life. And I was just talking to Dave a few minutes ago, another synchronicity, about how there was things that in my moves throughout the last few years that got lost in the moves. And one of them was I had 2 rugs, awesome, just little cotton throw rugs, turtles on them. So in that last few minutes, I've had that on my mind from yesterday, re-listening to that event, her talking about the tortoises, and then me remembering the turtles. And then this is a huge synchronicity for Dave and I, because when we met in Fort Lauderdale for the first time personally, the turtles the sea turtles were laying their eggs. And so I was really upset that I lost those rugs. And I was thinking so we were having the conversation today about, okay, what is that? If we're creating a reality right now, and yet I'm saying, oh, I don't have these rugs that I had from the past, but yet my consciousness was wrapped around that idea of the turtles and the tortoise and those rugs, and how I was associating that with something I don't have in the now. And I even said to Dave, I said, well, I guess I don't need them now. I don't need them in my physical reality right now, because I guess I don't need them, or I would have them, right? I would have manifested that I have them. And so it was just an interesting conversation, another synchronicity. That's why I was laughing. And then number 62 is number 8 again.
And I'll share essentially what Bashar has said about the turtle.
And this is what
you're infinite, eternal beings. There is no hurry. Slow down. But the important part of the message is trust in perfect timing.
Yes. And look, you guys, look, turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Because, of course, we know that is what that spirit guide is telling us. And we are moving through billions of realities moment by moment so fast, but it feels like we're sitting still.
I just found yesterday. I forgot totally about this. I saw a little comic meme about this rabbit getting ready for the very famous rabbit and turtle race. So the rabbit's on the starting line, waiting to start the race, and in the foreground, hidden off to the side, is a rabbit being dressing himself up like a turtle, and his friend going, "Win, but make it look close."
I did see that one too.
Yeah.
So there again,
so it's sort of
another
turtle reference.
Another turtle reference.
But also the idea that don't underestimate the turtle.
And this is the thing. We all think we need to be doing something different. We need to be accelerating this and accelerating that. And yet, what we realize is in our stillness is where we discover how we're accelerating, and how many of us can relate to the idea that in meditation, it's like time stands still, but yet I feel as if my consciousness is somehow accelerating and expanding. And I always said how I could go so many places sitting still. It was amazing to me, the things that my consciousness or that I could experience as a physical being sitting still was incredible to me. Like, how do we do that? And I have always thought that was really amazing. And the turtle was also a symbol for me for coming out of my shell when I very first started, my YouTube adventure. The turtle, we also have a turtle sitting on the dash of our SUV. That was the turtle that I got at the hotel where Dave and I had met, I was doing a light language event. And so, that is exactly what he told her in the event the other day that was the message for her, was she needs to slow down. And so many of us think we're not where we need to be, and we're not happy with where we are. But as Dave just reminded us too, we're eternal beings, but we feel, because we're masters of limitation, that somehow we feel like we're not doing something if we're not doing something. And sometimes it's in the not doing that you do the most work and the best work. So I was reminded of that also. And it is just funny too about both of the cards also equaling 8 for 2024. So transformation and really coming out of your shell. That was another thing I was going to say. And the first photos that I took were of turtles, because I felt that way, like I was coming out of my shell. And anyway, I was just thinking today about some of the first videos that I made and how I was out there in the woods and singing and channeling and terrified and freezing cold. And yet I followed my spirit guides. And so really, follow the guidance wherever it's coming from, because we're now opening contact with ourselves and all of the collective consciousnesses all over this planet. And of course, we're all made of the same star stuff. So anyway, and I look down and I see that the buffalo spirit is the next card up. And if we just pulled the white buffalo card in our last reading, so I found that very synchronistic as well. The abundant universe will provide. And so we were talking just briefly about the white buffalo spirit and the return of that idea, the return of the abundance. And all of a sudden I remember yesterday we were talking about ESP and how we don't really use that term anymore, extra sensory perception, because even since we began using that term, I think that even scientifically and in a human collectively, we've discovered that we all have extra sensory perception, at least in the idea that we understood as our five senses. And so having that sixth sense, and
the next card happens to be another 11.
Another 11. And this is the spider spirit, which the spider is the representation. I actually have a stone up here. I wonder if is it right here? Oh, where is it? Here it is right here. I purchased this stone in my very first metaphysical shop that I had ever been in, ever. And because it was the Native American symbol for creativity. And I can't, the name of the stone is eluding me, but so it's carved with the spirit, the spider, because it's symbolized for me opening my creative spirit. And I actually have a little piece of paper which corresponds to the totem stones and what each of them mean. So if I find that, I'll grab it.
The spider is literally carved into the stone.
Yes, it's actually carved in.
It reminds me of the Nazca lines. There's a spider.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So for many of us, the spider spirit guide is a symbol for us when we see them. And maybe this is a message for you from the spider collective consciousness for you, that make your dreams real is the message. And it's number 56, which equals 11.
Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web. And Dave escorts spiders outside whenever possible. So this for me and for all of you, obviously, is a symbol to all of us from the spider collective consciousness that make your dreams come real by being your creative self. Whatever that is. Whatever creative means to you.
Spin your web of creativity.
Spin your web of creativity. And 11. So we've got 11. Today's the 22nd. So now there we go. On 11. And we've got the number 10. So we've got number 1. I knew it's like I see one, realizing we're all one. Every single thing in all that is all one. Everything. There's nothing we can't. There is no spirit guide that we cannot tap into. Not one.
And funny, but you could reduce any number back to 1.
Any number?
Yeah. Well, so 2 is 1, 1.
Well, okay.
So it's ones.
Well, that's true.
4 could be 4 ones.
4 ones. Well, that's true. I suppose that is true. And then you got me thinking in binary. And yeah. All of a sudden, okay, so I just grabbed the angels, gods, and goddesses. So another thing, many of us tap into those, the archetypal gods, the archetypal goddesses, also tapping into our angel guides. All of this is accessible to us. That's what ascension is. It's understanding that all of this is accessible. And your guides, that's why they're here with you, to guide you to understand that they are always accessible to us. Always. And, and I saw this card last night, and so I'm just going to put it out there. Angel of healing. The angels have felt your sadness and have shown up today to send you healing. So I knew that if I saw this card last night and I saw it today, someone needed to hear that and really absorb that understanding. Naliyama sabashanoti isama sabakishina naliya sabarisha. Lezinishitiya masaposhanota vismasa antakoya. Adajanotovishmi antea sonosabashana kunto samoshanoriasha azinotivismasia rokusha.
So what is healing?
I'm going to leave that for you.
Healing is simply the allowance of being more of yourself.
1. That's all healing is, you guys. Healing is about becoming one with yourself, being your true self. That is what healing is. All dis-ease is a result of every one of us not being ourselves in some way. In some way. Ascension is owning that, understanding that, knowing that this is the only way to heal is to be your true self. Because all disease is us recognizing the difference between the vibration of who we truly are and the vibration of how we're acting, how we're vibrating. That's what healing is. All physical lack of ease in any way, shape, or form that it manifests itself is from not being our true core vibration. Anything less than our true core vibration is becoming too painful. It's too painful. That's the healing. That's it. No matter what the circumstances are in your life, all of it is from not vibrating from your true core vibration. All of it. That's ascension. And you know, sometimes our spirits, our guides lead us to places that are very uncomfortable, just to allow us to recognize them, illuminate them, and transform them. Just like that first card, transformation. I'm okay. I'm reaching for cards. I'm like, okay, what's, and you know, well, I'm looking down at the next card oh my God. Okay. This is really funny, you guys, because, okay, so we got the Buffalo Spirit, number 10. I'm looking down at the deck. The next in line is number 37. The Lion Spirit. Be generous of spirit. Your spirit guides are guiding you to be more generous with your core spirit. Also, a number 10, which is number 1. And when you look at that image, don't you feel
another one and
another one? The Lion Spirit. And of course, I'm also hearing how our galactic friends, do not appear always as we believe they will. Just like our guides may not always appear. Now, this could be that maybe you see a lion image somewhere else in your day-to-day activities. Stop and look and, okay, what was I doing? What am I thinking about? Am I being my truest self? Am I being generous of my spirit? Your spirit, being generous of your spirit is being you more. That's what that card is. Another 10, I can't believe it. The next one in line, are you kidding me? Number 19, 10, Dog Spirit. And we were just talking the last few days. I have been immersed in this, that energy of the dog star, our Sirius guides, the guides to the service to humanity. All of us, what's my purpose? What is my service to humanity? Being you. The Dog Spirit. Be loyal to what you love. Be loyal to what you love. And that Abigail, our doggie, talk about being loyal to what she loves. Play, play, play. She's either sleeping or she's playing. There is no like, but she reminds us of that every day. Play, play, mom, play, dad. Stop and play with me. Stop and play with me. You know, animals are a great spirit guide to us. You know what? Remember when your pet comes up to you, doesn't matter, animal spirits of any kind, guides, Stop what you're doing and pay attention to them. Touch them, talk to them, hear what they have to say. And you will hear your service to humanity. You will hear your center. You will hear your purpose and your service. So the question is, again, how can we all be generous in our spirit and be that service to humanity? I get so excited about this stuff, you guys, that I don't really want to make them too long. So
Or we could finish this.
the secret language of light. Dave likes that deck. Because everything that we experience is a language of light, and that's why this YouTube channel and my website is entitled Languages of Lights, because that's what my guide said. We all, you are me, you all are conveyors and speakers and receivers of all of the languages, of all the lights that there is, all of it in the universe. Okay, what you got, Dave? Okay. Your soul song. What is your soul song?
Number 5.
You know what?
The number of humanity.
We've been also talking about making oracle cards. And if you guys have watched some of my videos, you know that many of times I've conveyed that each and every one of us and every one of you, everything that's ever been created is singing its own unique song of source, your soul song. And I'm being reminded to remind all of us that our soul song is a culmination of every soul that we're connected to in the infiniteness of our soul, our oversoul, those oversouls, those souls of which we can't really conceive of the infiniteness of. So when you're singing your soul song, doing what you love, whatever that is, you are singing the song of all the souls, all the parts and pieces of that light of the soul of all that you are. There it is. Look at that. The center of you. And I'm laughing too about the angel wings, because I swear, you guys, yesterday I've got angel wings that David bought me several years ago to wear, you know, and I have them hanging upstairs in my studio upstairs. And I was guided yesterday to take the angel wings down and put them in here on the wall behind us and hang them on the wall. And right here in our town, in our little town, on the building is a very large mural of angel wings. So I was thinking about that, and so the soul song also includes those first reflections of source. And then we were talking about oracle cards, Dave and I had started writing some symbols on these hexagon cards, and whatever came to me, and I remember that I found this one yesterday: sing your universal song of source. And this is my original symbol that I used for my logo, and I still have it on my website, I think. Sing your universal song of source. So these are my little handmade, hexagon shaped cards, because I love the energy behind it, the geometry behind it, the symbolism behind putting them on this shape of a card. So I'm inspired again to complete this or do something more with this. And Dave and I today were talking in a pretty great detail about how to create oracle decks and my own oracle deck for my own use and perhaps for distribution if it ever got that way, but creating my own oracle deck with using my own tools, my own artwork, my own symbols, what channeled information comes through pertaining to that symbol and so forth. So another very, very synchronistic day for that and for this message. So I think this video has been long enough, and we're always excited that you share any and all your now moments with us.
Sing your song with us.
And I'm reminded too that I love doing Zoom hangouts. Maybe you have a group. Maybe you have a Facebook group. Maybe you have some gathering that you'd like to do, and you'd like to share. You'd like to receive oracle card readings, light language activations, conversation and discussion about these ideas. And you want to be in a group of like-minded people. I'm also doing these events live and doing them in Zoom and then posting them. But I was reminded just now of the message of the last event from Bashar was about gatherings, and it is my intent and desire to follow more and more of my guidance regarding creating gatherings. So if that's something that excites you, where you have your own friends or gatherings of people that would like to share in this information, maybe you'd like, again, to learn more about light language, perhaps you'd just like to enjoy the activations, of the symbols, and whatever information comes out in these cards is from your guides. And it's always a lot of fun when you do it with a group of you. So if that's something that excites you, please do contact me on my Languages of Light's website. Sorry, I'm getting really thirsty. And I've got a contact page which goes directly to my email. And of course, I do private sessions and also private events. So let me know if you're interested in something like that. And pretty much all the answers that you need to get in touch with me, let me know through the website or through just booking a session, and just let me know that it's going to be a group of you. That's wonderful. And if you have any questions or opportunities, just let me know, and we'll literally open the galactic door for all of you. So please don't hesitate to reach out, because this is one of the ways I am excited to be of service to humanity, because this is what excites me. And includes Dave too. So if you want Dave in the room too, hey, maybe you've got some male and female friends and you'd like to get together, and I use that term loosely, however you represent yourself to be is perfectly fine. So with that said, if something like that excites you, please don't hesitate to reach out to us, because this is really something that we're excited to do and help you connect up with more of all that you are.
It's all about the sharing.
It's all about the sharing. Love you guys. Synchronicity is the rule. Bye, everybody.